Goodbyes are never easy, and in George Washington's case, this could also be said. Join me today as we go to Fraunces Tavern, where George Washington said goodbye to his troops in the Continental Army. Today on History Redefined. In 1762, Samuel Fraunces opened the Queen's Head Tavern. He wound up leasing management of it, and then in 1770 regained ownership, renaming it again to Fraunces Tavern. On June 18, 1776, the Provincial Congress held a banquet for George Washington, his staff, and his officers to express their gratitude in defense of the colony. The party raised 31 toasts through the evening, and it was definitely a raging affair. The bill at the end of the night included 78 bottles of wine, 30 bottles of port, and then 16 shillings for broken wine glasses. Between the British occupation of 1776 and 1783, Samuel Fraunces actually left the tavern in the hands of a loyalist family member as he fled to New Jersey because he was a patriot. On November 25, 1783, British troops evacuated New York City. Washington led his army in a parade from Bull's Head Tavern to Cape's Tavern on Broadway, and they eventually made it to Fraunces Tavern, where Washington would stay in the city and dine in and order takeout. On December 4th of 1783, George Washington invited his officers to join him in the long room of Fraunces Tavern to bid them farewell. After that, Fraunces actually leased the area of the tavern for the Confederation Congress to use as office space. 2 weeks after the lease was signed, he sold the tavern to Brooklyn butcher George Powers. In 1795, Powers sold the tavern to Mrs. Orset, who ran the building as a boarding house until 1800. Through the 1800s, it was still ran as a boarding house with a bar on the first floor. In 1903, at the threat of the tavern being torn down for expansion purposes, the city, along with the Sons of the Revolution, got involved and designated 54 Pearl Street, also known as Fraunces Tavern, as a historical museum, where it has been ever since. Post-edit Adam here. I'm actually at home restoring a MacBook so that I can edit the video. Normally, I don't show my travel to a place, but sometimes the journey is as interesting as the destination, and this is one of those times. So, enjoy. I'm walking through New York. I do not have my camera person with me. All I have is a selfie stick, a hard drive, and a backup camera. This could quite possibly become the most difficult video that I have ever filmed. Okay, so let's assess. Tried to go uptown to get some more footage and was met with what appears to be a concourse fire.
Watch your step getting on and off. Please be careful while riding the escalator. Please face forward while riding this escalator.
So I can't get uptown if I wanted to. At least I don't think. And to be honest, I don't know enough about the city to just aimlessly wander around. Update. We found a train. So we do get to do the video after all. Yay! So here we are at Fraunces Tavern. As you can see, there's a commemorative plate along with this little note. After the American Revolutionary War on December 4th, 1783, General George Washington bade an emotional farewell to his officers at a banquet held in the Long Room, located on the second floor of this tavern. Samuel Fraunces, a West Indian innkeeper, was the proprietor. He later became Washington's chief steward. Fraunces, also an American patriot, was hosting secret meetings in Sons of Liberty and gave aid to American prisoners of war. This prison building, purchased by the Sons of the Revolution in 1904, was restored by them on this site and has been maintained by them. A plaque provided by the New York Community Trust in 1976. So this is the Long Room. This is where Washington would have given his farewell address as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army.
With a heart full of love and gratitude, I now take leave. I must devoutly wish that your latter days may be as prosperous and happy as your former months have been glorious. I cannot come to each of you, but shall feel obliged if each of you will come and take me by the hand.
This plaque talks about Evacuation Day. On November 25th, 1783, the last British troops left New York City and transferred control of the Continental soldiers led by General Henry Knox. Great Britain's departure symbolized the independence of the new nation, as New York City had been occupied for 7 years during the Revolutionary War and was the last city to be evacuated.